Welcome back to Living Local. For many parents, achieving that elusive work-life balance can be very tricky. One local mom has found a way to work from home that provides flexibility for her family and additional income by teaching English as a second language online. Joining us in studio is Berta. Dawn, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So first of all, you have actually been on Living Local before, but for an entirely different reason.
Yes.
So you're a chiropractor, and you were telling us about NATE and how that can help be therapeutic and helpful for people's health.
Yes.
So now you are here talking about teaching English as a second language online. How does a chiropractor get into this realm?
Good question. My undergraduate degree is actually in music education. So I was a teacher first and then decided I wanted to get into the health field. So I left teaching and went to chiropractic college and became a chiropractor. So since I graduated chiropractic college, I've been putting it together. I've actually been teaching science online at different online universities. And then I found teaching English online a few years ago and started getting into that.
Dawn, what has your experience been like so far with teaching English?
I love it. When I first heard about it, honestly, it was a Facebook ad that popped up, and I'd never even thought about doing something like this before. I didn't know it existed, teaching kids in China online. And so I researched it, and I could be very skeptical. So I was thinking it was a scam, right? But I researched it. I talked to other teachers that were doing this, and it just sounded unbelievable to me. So I decided to go for it. I applied, I got hired, and I've been doing it for 2.5 years now.
So what kind of training do you need to teach English as a second language?
Well, the requirements to get hired are a bachelor's degree, and it can be in any field. So it doesn't have to be in education or English, as long as you have a bachelor's. And so when you get hired, they train you. They have training. I do some of the workshop training, actually, for new teachers. But they have videos you can watch to train. But the biggest thing is to have an experience, some kind of experience teaching. So it doesn't have to actually be in a classroom. It could be as a coach, as a tutor, homeschooling moms. We have a ton of teachers that are homeschooling moms. Perfect for them.
So how does this job fit into your daily routine as a mother?
That is a great question. So China time is 14 hours ahead of us. So my teaching hours are really early in the morning before my kids wake up. So I start teaching at 5 a.m. and I'm done at 7:30 a.m. And then my teaching day is done. And then I wake up my daughter and get her ready for school.
That is perfect, that it just really fits in. It's so flexible. So what does a typical class session look like? Walk us through that.
Good question. So a class is 25 minutes long, and we teach one-on-one. So it's one student and the teacher, and we are on their platform. It's almost like a Skype type thing, but it is their platform. So you see the student in a little box, and you're in a little box underneath, and then to the side is the PowerPoint, which is the lesson. The curriculum is totally provided for us, and so we go over the lesson while we're talking with the student.
What kind of prep work is involved in preparing for each class session?
There isn't a lot of prep work. It is, the curriculum is great, and it's pretty simple, actually. So the prep work I do is the night before, I will go through the PowerPoint, go through the lesson, and then just grab any props that I'm going to use when we teach. So whether it's a flashcard to teach the letters or a shape, if I'm teaching shapes, so I will grab those props and have them ready to go.
If you are teaching English as a second language, do you need to know the other language?
No, you do not. It's total English immersion. So even if we do know Mandarin, we are not allowed to speak it in the classroom.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh, that is so interesting.
Yep.
Okay, so who do you think that this type of work would be good for? What would fit well in their life?
So anyone that has a bachelor's degree, but there are certain groups of people this works really well with. First of all, stay-at-home moms, because they can do it before they have to get the kids up. A lot of them do it while the kids are sleeping. Second, and a few of my friends were teachers, and they decided after they had kids to leave the classroom, and they love doing this because the prep is easy. There's really no notes, or not a lot of notes you have to do afterwards, so they really love it. Homeschooling moms really love this too. They also do it before the kids wake up, and they get to teach other kids, and then when the kids wake up, they're teaching their kids. So, and another group are retired teachers that are out of the classroom now but still want to do some teaching.
Now, can you teach as much as you want or as little as you want, or do you have a certain quota you have to meet each week?
Good question. You can do as much or as little as you want. There is no quota.
Okay, and then how much money can you make doing this?
Yes, so it varies on your experience and on your interview. During the interview, you have a mock class that you will teach, and based on how you do in that, they base your salary. It's anywhere from $17 to $25 an hour.
Wow, that is really impressive.
From home, you don't have to get, well, you don't have to get even dressed from the waist down. We all wear our pajamas, and on top, we usually wear some kind of logo shirt.
And Dawn, you mentioned that there's actually quite the community of English as a second language teachers in the Quad Cities. What's that like?
Yeah, so the community is actually growing. We have get-togethers every few months. A few weeks ago, it was Chinese New Year, and we had a big gathering at my house. Yep, that was a gathering we did last year for Chinese New Year. And every month we get a few more teachers joining our community.
That's wonderful. How can people get more information if they're interested in doing this?
So they can go to my website, onlineesl.com. Teachonlineesl.com. You can put the name on there.
Yes. Okay.
And they can find out more information, or they could contact me at my email address, which is drdawnberta@gmail.com.
Wonderful, Dawn. Thank you so much for the information. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. We'll have these details posted on ourquadcities.com. More Living Local is up after this.